Hello and welcome to another edition of Press the Action Button podcast. I am your host Joystick, and we are live right outside the Baltimore Convention Center. And hopefully it's going to work this time when we record it. I don't know why it didn't work last time, but maybe this time.
Last week was a retardism where we recorded it all in analog and then found out that we didn't.
I think we recorded it in digital and it actually didn't sound that bad.
I think we may have actually had the mic plugged into the phone jack or something.
With me here live from Baltimore is, you just heard him, Gameface. Hello, say hello, Gameface.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the world, the gaming world, the multimedia entertainment world. Welcome to our show. Wow, that was lame. And with us today, as often as not,
yeah, Drew Bag is with us.
Dr. Drew
this week. Say hello, Dr. Drew.
Hello. Isn't it always recorded live?
Technically, it's not, because if it's you can't. That's kind of an oxymoron.
Oh yeah.
To record something live.
Well, it's not really, because we're recording this live.
Well, yeah, we were doing this live on location.
How else would you do
just
it?
on location, not live.
Right, yeah, we're on location.
We're doing live on location in Baltimore.
If it's recorded, it's
at
not
the Baltimore
live.
Convention Center while Otakon 2010 is going on.
Underway currently.
You can record in layers. Like one of us records.
Oh, like studio. Okay.
Yeah.
As opposed to like as a group.
Yeah, this is live, like when we're doing it in one take.
When I think live, I think in real time.
No.
Well, I was just thinking live, like, there's shit going on around us.
There's shit going on around us all the time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm talking about the con, though. The con is going on around us.
We walked around for... Oh, that guy has a putter. I see a guy with a putter.
Pitching wedge.
It's a pitching wedge. Details.
A golf club.
It's your mom.
What were you saying? You said we were walking
We were
around.
walking around for so long trying to find a place where it wasn't too noisy and we wouldn't be likely to be picked up for loitering.
Yeah, so we're not literally in front of the con like we thought we might be.
It'd be too loud anyway. They're all a bunch of retards and talking about
I
think like talking louder gets their opinion viewed differently.
I can't get over the fact that we were driving down Pratt Street in front of the convention center. There are all these little trendy cafes on the one side, and Drew points out that it's like, okay, we got
Hipsters on
one side and retards on the other.
Yeah.
Oh man, the people you'll meet, the things you will see.
Yeah, tell
when
me
you come
about
to
it.
the OC.
Tell me about it.
We're stepping to the OC now.
We're not. We're actually kind of close to Ocean City, but not that close.
Okay, I guess it would be. Because Otakon, K-O-N.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it spelled with a K-O-N?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Octacon, because my dad
I got
how to
some
pronounce
videos from down here at the harbor and around the convention center and whatnot that I'll be posting online later on. Probably both on my account on YouTube and Digital Delirium's account, but you'll definitely be able to see them on Digital Delirium at minimum. So, look forward to that.
Yeah, it's Skavuvi. It's amazing.
It's like 6 minutes of crappiness, but...
And Josh falling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was
like
like over a median.
There's like, yeah, that's like climbing up on top of it, and the camera just kind of goes wild, and it'll probably make you motion sick trying to watch
like, hello,
that.
pavement.
And I was like, that's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, funny. So,
But I've had some fun in Baltimore so far. What about you guys?
Yeah, my beans are chafing, but it's actually gorgeous out today. I think there was a high of 80 today, and
There goes a guy in a
10%.
Pikachu costume.
Yeah, and like 10% humidity. It's just really nice. It usually is like miserable down here this time of year.
And Drew Beck bought a pretentious jacket.
What do you call it? A cardigan.
It's a cardigan.
It's so awesome. And you're wearing a hipster shirt that happens to be for your own band.
I'm out of clothes.
Most people would
Dude,
wash clothes at that
So
point.
I have like 8
bohem.
of them still at my house. Like 8 of our band shirts in multiple sizes.
Wear one of those.
So is
Got,
this like a
root
band
speak
shirt that
on
you're
it.
gonna like wind up selling to somebody
it's
else?
sign language.
Sign language. Oh, it is sign language.
It says
okay.
all the beauty of a sunrise, songbirds nested on her tongue, as every inch of her face reflected the technicolor horizon.
Oh, wow.
That's what this says.
That is pretentious.
It's from a song. It's from one of our songs.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's from a song. I'm gonna assume it's from a song that your band wrote.
Yep, and we have a mini tour going on this week.
Ah, that's right. That's right. You're coming back down here to Maryland.
Lemoyne, Maryland, Lemoyne.
So if you're in Lemoyne or Maryland or Lemoyne, you might be able to go see Andrew's band.
The one show
What's
might
the
end up
name of your
being
band?
like Broken Chords Can Sing a Little.
Look that up.
MySpace.com/nothingmorethanwords.
Oh, wow.
There you go. If you look that up, you'll be able to find his band. And
Look
you'll
at
be
that
able to listen to his band.
Please don't yell.
We just
Yeah, I just said, look at that hooker.
dude,
I was kind of
there goes
expecting you to yell.
Riku. Oh my gosh.
I like her shoes, but she looks like a hooker.
Shiz.
Yeah, haven't you played Final Fantasy X? Riku basically was a hooker.
Yeah, but she's still, but that girl looks like a hooker. Like she looks like she costs like $15.
Okay, are we ready to start moving on to the topics? We
ahead.
got 4 topics for this week.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get out of this dump before the crazies come around.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching the crazies when they come around.
Okay.
Yeah, not like being like
Yeah.
consumed by
I'm trying to get you guys laid because you guys suck. I'll be your wingman. I'll be that guy who's the asshole.
Alex
You look
would be
better
like,
by
no.
comparison.
Game Face would be like, no, thanks.
Are you
Anyway.
into bear porn, Alex?
Ew. Take my chances with the Pikachu girl.
As a guy.
No, but there was a
There has been a Pikachu girl.
there's a
Yes, it
petite little black girl dressed up as Pikachu
Yeah, I
with a
saw her.
guy, taller white guy dressed up as Ash. They were
I
like
saw that.
they were like holding hands. It's kind of unnerving. I think would be the word.
Dude, Fallout. Nice.
What was this?
101.
What are these topics of which you speak?
Okay, first one, because we haven't talked about the Kinect enough yet. Microsoft has announced the pricing for Kinect officially.
Oh,
It
boy.
is
Floor movie.
$150. It comes with a game. I do
You feel
not know
it
what
too?
that game is, and it only supports 2 players simultaneously.
I felt the ground move. I think somebody just dropped a receipt for the Kinect.
Yeah, probably. But they just
For
I
a
think
first
it's
show
just because we're on like the second or third story and it's wobbling.
unstable land.
I think what you felt was people
Groaning
returning
about
their
the-
pre-order slips for the Kinect because they said, damn, that's just too much.
Somebody went to buy a Kinect, or somebody returned a Kinect, and then he dropped his wallet. Is a 5 on the Richter scale. I'm sorry, what did you say? $150?
$150.
That's expensive enough to be a console itself, let alone a
Yeah.
peripheral.
Yeah, it's
like the
it's like a
32X.
complete rip-off, dude. It's like a complete rip-off. It's
2 players
I mean,
simultaneous. I
that-
expected that. I
the
saw
2
that
players
coming.
simultaneously. I don't even get because party games at the beginning have been 4 players at the
Yeah,
same time.
at
So
least.
why is the Kinect 2? That's just dumb to me.
Because they want to fleece us, I guess.
Because Microsoft likes to nickel and dime us.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Hey, be glad it wasn't a Mac product.
yeah, Mac also likes to nickel and dime you to death.
Mm-hmm. I like the handle, so you can tie a chain to it and use it as a boat anchor!
Yes, that is it. Go on YouTube.
Yeah, you might draw
look up
attention
Mac
to it,
Rant
and they'll
laugh
know
your
we're
ass
ordering,
off.
'cause staff just walked by.
Oh, okay.
Go on YouTube, look up Mac Rant, laugh your ass off.
Mac Rant. That guy's funny.
Freaking PlayStation Move, it's $100. It comes with the game and the PlayStation Eye. So how Microsoft says they're doing this they're pricing this competitively? How? How
have
are they
a
pricing this
mustache.
competitively?
They saw Andrew's
Because I have a mustache.
and everything became invaluable to
You're
them.
mustachioed?
I am mustachioed.
Andrew is now so pretentious. He is sporting a mustache, a shirt of his own band, and a cardigan. Oh, and beads.
It's a mala.
It's a mala.
They're Buddhist prayer beads.
Provocative.
Well, no, you know what's even funnier?
What?
It's my own handwriting on the bottom of the shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Like broken chords can sing
This
a
is
little.
not like a
It's written in my,
Oh my
handwriting. It's
gosh.
cursive.
Ink spats and everything.
No, this is.
Yeah. down
Just
there.
the writing, yeah. And then I wrote bullshit on it.
Oh, you did?
Bullshit.
Oh, yeah. That's like microscopic profanity.
Because I'm saying it, well, no, it's because it's nothing more than
Like
words.
a very small cop might disapprove of that.
Yeah.
No, the idea is that the words are beautiful and poignant and
But they're just
emotional and romantic, but they're just words because there's no, unless there's the person behind the words and the feeling behind the words.
So what's the significance of that sign language?
I just thought it looked cool.
So, well, I don't get why it's only got 2 players. Why are they making it so expensive? Maybe I could understand if they dropped the price $30.
I think there was another attribute that you pointed out that made it undesirable. $150, 2 players, and what was the third thing?
It
yeah,
comes
just
with one game.
Microsoft.
It comes
Yeah,
with
yeah,
one
it's
game.
Microsoft.
Yeah, but you know, it comes with a game. That's what's, unless
it's
that's the
still
only
Microsoft.
game that it supports.
It'll support a lot more games, but you'll have to buy those separately. I don't know the pricing on the
You
individual
know,
games.
not a whole lot of peripherals actually come with games.
But Sony's actually doing something smart. Well, Sony
Yeah.
peripheral is coming with the game, and it's $100. And it also comes with the PlayStation Eye. Not a bad game.
Remember the iToy?
Yeah, that's what the PlayStation Eye is.
Oh,
an
well now it's
evolution of
back.
the iToy.
Now it's back in POG form.
Thanks for that season's reference. You remember Alf?
Oh, now he's back in POG form.
Okay, next topic.
Okay, moving right along.
Call of Duty
I
Black
see a
Ops
flamethrower. That's cool.
has been announced that it is coming to the Nintendo DS. It's developed by InSpace, who developed Call of Duty for Modern Warfare Mobilized for the DS. It will include 2-player co-op via the DS's Wi-Fi capabilities and up to 6 players online, so you will be able to take your DS online and play it.
Ah.
I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know how well it's going to transfer to the DS.
Yeah, how does DS online work? Is it like Wi-Fi or is it like full wireless?
It's a hooker with a net.
And a tail.
It's Wi-Fi.
What is she? I don't get it. Anyway.
It's Wi-Fi like how the PlayStation 3 and the Wii get online. Same thing.
Yeah,
you
but
can do that with it.
It's just it seems kind of strange that it's a portable gaming system and it only it only supports Wi-Fi. Meaning you have to be near a hotspot to use it. The next generation is going to be like clear internet service. You can just whip it out anywhere. You can take out a cell phone.
It might have been a smart idea to include mobile internet.
They totally could.
Label mobile
Maybe
internet.
the
But the
standard
problem
unit
with
would
that is, in 2003, the mobile internet probably wasn't fast enough yet
Yeah.
with the launch of the DS.
Wow. The DS has been out since 03?
Yeah,
It's been out longer
because
than a week.
the
Huh.
PlayStation Portable, I got that in 2004 at its launch, and the DS came out a year earlier. That's how I know.
Remember the what was the thing that came right before the DS? The Game Boy SD.
The Game Boy
The
suck
Game
dick.
Boy Micro.
Yeah. No,
It was the Game Boy Micro. Because it was that little tiny thing. It's
I
called the Game
remember
Boy
that. No, I'm talking about the one that flipped open and it wasn't quite like a DS. It was more like a flip phone.
We're rapidly
Yeah.
It was an
losing light.
Advanced SP.
SP.
Advanced
Oh,
SP.
the Game Boy Advance SP. But the Game Boy Micro came after that.
It's getting
We're
dark.
rapidly losing light. The crazies are going to be coming out.
So this may have to be a brief show.
Yeah.
But anyway,
As an anthropologist, I must see crazies.
no, there will be crazies.
I know.
And
We're
cake.
rapidly losing light, and they will come out.
Yeah.
We got like.
Well,
30
you're
minutes.
wasting our time by saying that we're rapidly
But
losing.
we'll give you a crown of
Just saying.
futility. There's your crown of futility. It's a case for batteries that we're using in the tape deck right now.
Wait, aren't you using the
If
same
this-
tape though?
Yeah.
It's gonna be
If
stretched
this
out. I
works
hope it
well, and
sounds
if it's
slow.
done,
Actually, no. We only used this one once before. Continue.
if this works well, then it's done well, and it's done on a good engine, like Dominion the War. This could be a very good game for the DS. It's possible to do a good first-person shooter. You just have to simplify it a little.
Dementium the Ward. That was an FPS.
Yes, it was
That
an
sounds
FPS.
amazing.
It
Sounds like a
had its
like a
problems,
horror
but
story.
none of it were
Yeah.
related directly
I think
to the
it is, too.
gameplay. It was mostly problems saving the game.
Ah,
Um,
that's a big deal.
I hate not being able to save anywhere in a game.
Yeah, I
So
got
do
playing
I.
Kid Icarus today, the original, and I was like, fuck. because it was like, yo, save points like every 30 minutes of gameplay. It's almost as bad as Ikari Warriors. Remember that game?
Game sucked.
Oh, jeez. My brother used to swear by that game. Anyway, next up.
Yeah. Okay. EverQuest 2 will be going free to play under the name.
Hang on, we gotta move.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we want to stop an intermission and maybe take it to a cafe.
Sure.
Alright, let's do that. Yeah, as I
We'll be
say,
right back.
intermission. Yeah, you gotta only turn it on when you're reading.
Yeah,
Hooray.
I will I get blind.
Well, plus it's illegal to drive with those things, isn't
Yeah.
it? Alrighty. Alright. Nintendo, we're gonna do this. We got the whole neighborhood watching, man. Everyone's watching. No, not really, not really. We're on Route 83 northbound right now, on our way back from,
Recording?
Yes. Yes, this microphone is live. On our way back from Otakon because we just got out of jail.
Yeah, we got arrested at Otakon. It was awesome.
Guy peed in a cup and threw it on us,
And we
like
totally
they do in the
kicked his ass.
movies. Yeah, we were like, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit your floor. And this one big guy his name was Bubba, and he was like, let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. And we're like, yo, we're digital delirium, sucker. So we got a presidential pardon. And then we walked out and we drove home. So that was our brush with the law. No, actually it was nothing like that. We actually
Walked in a circle twice.
yeah, we
And
walked
that's about
around
it.
We walked all the way around the Baltimore Convention Center.
And saw Domocon.
Yeah, there was a Domocon. There was a domo on a police Segway, and it was beautiful. There
I
was
took a
beauty.
picture of it.
Yeah, we're just in Drew Bag's Pontiac right now,
Driving back home.
cruising the 8-3.
Is this Sunfire?
Ocho y Tres.
That's what I thought.
Sunfire, yeah. Real epic name for a car.
It is, isn't it?
So, did we get through 2 of our topics, or just the 1?
2.
Oh.
We got the first 2. There's
So
only 2
this is
more.
nice and neatly divided in half then, isn't it?
Yeah, we got through the first 2 live from outside the convention center.
Before we got moved.
Before the rent-a-cop said we gotta move.
No, she was a cop. She was a real cop.
I thought
you
you
were
were like, oh,
rent-a-cop.
she wasn't a real cop.
Nah, she was a real
Who's-
cop.
Oh, hang on. Drew is talking right now, and he has not picked up his microphone, so you probably cannot hear him.
The staff sent the real cop after us.
Oh.
Remember
Hey,
the
you think
staff
that-
lady in the short shorts?
Yeah.
Well, the staff lady in the short shorts sent a real cop after us.
Oh, you
Hey, you think maybe-
on our sidewalk.
What?
You can't be recording a podcast on our sidewalk.
It was more loitering, like I said, before we even sat down.
Loitering.
Oh, well, it was still fun.
Wait, everyone needs to know about my sweet mustache comment. Go for it, Alex.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We were all in the bathroom, and I was walking out as Drew was walking in, and he has like a pretentious, beat stash right now. And it's really cool. And this guy was like,
Mind you, I was wearing a cardigan.
he was wearing his cardigan, and I bought Coca-Cola in an aluminum bottle.
I have oversized
Sweet.
glasses.
Okay. And this guy is like,
And I had big glasses.
and he had big glasses. And this guy was like, yo, did you see that guy's Rockin' Stache? Like there was one friend as he was coming out of the bathroom as Drew was walking in, as I was also walking out. He said this kind of like a little dozy-do of epicness.
Yeah,
An
the
epic
stash has got to
epicness.
stay for a while.
Like Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, Eva cannot tell you to get rid of the stash because it is officially a rockin' stash.
like the stash.
You'll be like, it looks ridiculous. You'll look ridiculous, and you'll be like, nope, I
It's
look
okay, I
rockin'.
don't even have a stash-hating girlfriend. I have to envy yours.
She's not a stash-hating girlfriend. Her dad just has a mustache. And like, but he has it for a reason because his upper lip is really thin, and he looks really ridiculous without it. Like really ridiculous. She showed me a picture once. It's kind of funny.
Hipster's girlfriend's got daddy issues. She doesn't want you to look like your daddy.
Make sure you keep an eye on the time, man.
It wasn't that she doesn't want me to look like her dad. It's just that
You already
she's
do.
just like, no. It was just that she's like, why would I like? She's like, I grew up around a mustache. She's like, it looks okay on you. I just prefer a full beard. And I was like, oh, okay. I have a mustache.
I know.
Grow a beard with that mustache and then curl the mustache itself.
Dude, if they
I
made
could
like...
do that. I may. That sounds like a good
There's
idea.
like a little patch down here, but like to fit the evil look, like a little triangular patch down below
Like on
your
my
lip.
chin? Yeah, or no, like, yeah, right
Like
there.
yeah, right there.
What is it? What's the nickname for that? Pussy catcher? Isn't that it?
I don't
Something
know. Like that.
I think that's a
That would
nickname.
fit
Flavor
the
saver?
evil look,
Yeah,
man.
flavor saver or
Oh.
pussy catcher.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's really gross.
There was a Club Pussycat on Fayette Street, or Baltimore Street in Baltimore. It was cool. Then there was this really ghetto place called, I forget what it was called, but it was like breakfast, pizza, fried chicken, teriyaki, and Hershey's ice cream. All rolled into one. I was like,
Oh yeah, that was by
awesome.
the burlesque place.
Yeah, there was a burlesque house.
And then there was like
Thanks
a
lot,
strip club.
Marge.
And then there were like viewing booths like down the street from it.
And then
we were like
our only burlesque house.
What?
Simpsons.
We put the spring in Springfield.
Why can't we have our own jokes?
Because I try.
Okay.
I don't know, I just go along with Josh. It's not as bad as you and Robert's old freestyle. We basically just like rehashed things from like
I know.
CKY.
If you remember correctly, I hated doing it.
You were actually good at it though.
It's because I actually have a sense of rhythm.
We used to sit around computers and like freaking like record ourselves freestyling.
I've played drums though. Robert can't play drums to save his life.
Robert's
What can
basically
Robert do?
Robert
can
can have
rehash
an
the
afro.
Chinese freestyle and have kids in an afro.
Yeah, he can have kids and an afro and date an ugly
and
try
kids
to marry an ugly potato. I
and
don't think they're
kids
married yet.
in his afro.
Yeah, he can have kids in
God
his
help
afro.
us. Heaven help us if he ever actually listens to our show.
He wouldn't do anything.
No, he wouldn't. But he would have enough time on his hands to actually like be our one.
Because
Like,
he never has a
audience.
job.
Is he still playing high stakes poker?
Probably. I remember his older brother Josh used to
I
get his
remember that.
welfare checks, like his disability check,
Yeah.
and then go bet it all at a high stakes poker game. That's retarded.
That's arted.
From what I gather, a whole lot of the things Robert has said and done over the years are retarded.
Yeah, but he has a gift that he can make
And
you
then
feel
Dean
like
died.
an idiot yourself. He can make you feel like an idiot he can make Robert Wendrick would make an excellent telemarketer, and he has in the past.
He was a telemarketer.
Because he can make you feel like an absolute idiot for not agreeing with him.
Even though he's a complete idiot himself. And everything
give him-
everything he ever really says is like retarded and idiotic.
He'll say something perfectly logical, and he'll be like, no. And then you'll defend yourself, and he'll be like, something like that, Jenkins. And then you'll start getting mad at him, and he'll be like, why are you giving me attitude? And then your brain just kind of turns inside out, and you go,
Dairy Road!
Dairy Road?
So, you guys about ready to move on to the third topic?
Wait.
Oh, yeah, we're
Still
still doing
one
a show.
story before we do.
Dean died?
No, played a show in Baltimore. We were driving home. There was an argument between Justin and Mike,
Yeah.
and they were like really arguing, and Homeless Steve was there, and he was arguing too.
Oh, I know
And
this story.
I saw this sign,
Yoakum
it said
Town?
Yoakum Town. And I was like, hey, that sign says come. and they all just stopped arguing and laughed really hard. And then they didn't argue again, and it was awesome. I stopped a fight by saying, that says come.
But I thought it wasn't a fight. I thought it was Mike having like a heartfelt speech about how he was quitting the band or something.
Yeah, it was. It was, but it was retarded.
It's common enemy, cononemony.
Yeah, but it was just
Nick
retarded,
Frost.
and I remember being like, "Hey, about that sign says come," and then they were just like, "Ah!" And they just like stopped fighting.
Okay, we ready to move on to the third topic?
Yes.
Check the time, would you?
The time is... I forgot to reset it. Oh, wait, no. It's... Yeah, I forgot to reset it. It's 8:24.
Oh,
I flipped the tape, so we're good.
okay.
Heck, we only have like 45 minutes back to Harrisburg, and I don't think we're going to talk for that long.
EverQuest 2 will be going free to play under the name EverQuest Extended. And it will go online on or around August 17th.
On or around, that's not much of a guarantee.
I know. I thought that was a little bit weird. They can't give you a definite date.
That's like when you go to the doctors, and you're like, all right, well, how long will this last? Oh, 4 or 5. 4, like, days, weeks.
No, just 4 or 5.
Yeah, about 4 or 5, and then just walk away. It's like, what?
That's like when they say, like, oh, you need at least 6 to 10 hours. It's like, couldn't you just say at least 6? Well, yeah, no, I read a book about autism once, and I was trying to find...
Alex has autism.
Yeah, I
And you
do.
said, oh my god, it describes me.
A little bit. But, I was trying to figure out what the prevalency rate... I was doing a project on it. I was trying to figure out what the prevalency rate of autism was, and I found a figure that, no joke, this was published in a book, said approximately several children in 1,000 are diagnosed with autism.
What the fuck?
How does that mean? Approximate... They didn't even have the common courtesy of just saying several children, but they had to throw in approximately several children.
If it wasn't vague enough.
What is approximately several?
Hold on. In their defense...
No,
in their defense...
no, nothing in their defense. That's autistic. No, autistic would make more sense because it would be like 7.5 people in 1,000. That's more savant. Go
If
ahead.
I were to
Except for
argue...
that includes half a person. Half a person has autism. Maybe that's you.
If I were to argue in defense of them, not saying I am, there are certain key phrases like several, or couple, or a handful that are generally mean predetermined numbers.
A couple usually.
But that would be if
I
I'm...
don't believe that, actually. Well, no, go ahead.
That would be if I'm doing that for the sake of argument, but I'm not. But I have heard people say that and mean predetermined numbers.
When I was a kid, that used to drive me crazy. I'd be like, hey, can I have some of these M&Ms? Oh, yeah, you can have a couple. I'd take some few out. Wait, how many is a couple? 2. Why don't you just say 2? And then people would be like, a couple is 2 and a few is 3. I'm like, no, a few means like a small indeterminate number. It could be 2, a few could be 2, or it could be 12.
I think it just means in comparison to the whole.
Exactly.
Well, a couple being 2 at least makes some kind of sense, though. Anyway.
Yeah, a couple can't be anything but 2. You could have a couple couples, though. That'd be 4.
Anyway, this is kind of like this week Nintendo announced a date that they're going to announce the release date for the Nintendo 3DS.
All right, in 5 minutes,
Well, yeah,
the
also-
show starts in 10 minutes.
Also, other people, like, people died playing that EverQuest game because they forgot to eat.
I thought that was StarCraft.
Whatever, regardless, I know you can order pizza through EverQuest. And it'll be delivered to your house.
If it's free, I'll
Wait. We're going back into PA. We are now crossing into the state of independence.
Central PA! The state of independence with all its
Commonwealth.
awful market controls and blue laws.
Yeah, we're not even a state, we're a commonwealth.
Whatever the heck that means.
What?
Seriously, Commonwealth. Can somebody explain to me what that means?
I'm not exactly sure what it means, but I think it means we have more liberties than a state. Because we're a sovereign
Like
entity.
sovereign states? I thought it meant less.
No,
Having lived in Pennsylvania for 11 months, I'm pretty sure it does have less liberties than other states.
I think it means the state itself has more power
yeah,
within the union,
yeah.
but people like within the state like have less power.
I know we don't have the same
are the
power as
mighty men.
states, though, because
Yeah.
there aren't 50 states in the United States, which is ironic.
There are
Because we're
8
the
states.
United States, but there's
Second
like
verse, same as the
there's
first.
only like 40 states or something like that in the United
Well,
States.
what other states are common?
The rest are like unions or commonwealths.
unions.
Yeah.
Was that like Rhode Island?
I don't know, but Rhode Island's a state.
Oh, which one's a union?
I'm not sure.
Ford,
And there's some sovereign states.
Texas.
Texas is, yeah.
That's awesome.
I feel like
Awesome.
Vermont
Why
is.
it's so red.
I feel like Vermont and like New Hampshire are as well.
Vermont, Burlington. Let's go to Burlington.
Yeah.
We're going north right now. Let's stop in Burlington. Have an egg cream.
It would take us 9 hours to get to Burlington.
So let's not go to Burlington and say we did.
No, dude, Burlington's so good.
It is a silly place.
It is really the best city I've ever been in.
Yeah, but I don't really feel like driving 9 hours.
You don't have to do it all at once. You can space it out some. It's worth going to Burlington. It really is.
Totally.
I don't even know what's in Burlington. Well, 9 hours. Will we still be in this state?
No, it's
not-
Vermont.
Burlington's in Vermont.
It
We
only
go.
takes about 5 minutes to get to the southern border of Pennsylvania from where we live.
It would take about. We'd have to go through New York, like
Yeah.
all the way through New York.
I know Pennsylvania's not a very big state.
It is. It's long. It's like wide. It's a wide state. It's just not tall. It's like as wide as New York. It's just not as tall. But upstate New York, beautiful. There's lakes everywhere. Oh yeah, and Satan. Satan lives up there too.
What?
He has a summer home. I decided that Satan has a summer home in upstate New York when we were driving through it last year.
And that'll be where Miroslav Satan lives.
Who?
He's a hockey player. His last name is Satan.
I thought it was pronounced Shatan.
It is. But still, it's spelled Satan.
You accused us of worshiping somebody
But he
named
sucks.
Stan.
He sucks because he's a Bruin. Fuck the Bruins.
He used to be a devil.
Whatever, they suck too.
That's kind of ironic if you think about it. Satan played for the Devils.
It's hilarious.
I just think it's funnier that Satan is pronounced Shatan. That doesn't make any sense.
What did you say, Russ?
Well, he's Russian, isn't he?
But still,
Well, no, he's Russin.
yeah, he's Russin.
Because there's no H in Russia either. Hey, I think we just came on to something here. Was that, what were we talking about? EverQuest.
Yes. EverQuest 2 is going free. And it's got an approximate date.
That's
That
gonna be
isn't as
addictive.
absurd.
It's a kinda, sorta, we might do it then.
Like there will
That isn't as
probably,
absurd
there
as
will
in-
definitely be blood, maybe.
Yeah, there will definitely be blood, maybe.
That isn't as absurd as Nintendo saying, okay, on this date, we are going to announce the release date for the 3DS.
See, but that's not
in September.
That's not bad. See,
That's retarded.
I can see somebody being like, all right, we're gonna tell you when we're gonna release it. I can see that, but I don't see the we might put it on this day. We just might not. I can't see that.
That's like when you get some guy's gonna come over and do your cable.
Oh yeah,
your
we'll be
TV
there.
or something, and they'll
We'll be there from between 8 a.m.
to
and
like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
It's like the time frame they give. You're like, that's like 8 hours. I got shit to do.
I got stuff to do. Did you just offer me weed? Here we go with the references again. Don't let me start doing that.
accident.
I knew as soon as I said
There's a
that.
schmaxident.
I knew as soon as I said that you would make that reference.
Schmaxident. Don't rubberneck. We'll get in trouble. Oh, I can't be holding this if there's cops here. They'll get me in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Here, now I'm gonna put it by my crotch.
Pause.
Okay.
Pause it. Pause it.
No, you
Ladies
guys
and
can talk,
gentlemen.
I just can't.
Drew's balls. Drew's balls, our audience. Shake hands.
You hear that tapping? That's Drew's ball.
Don't rubberneck.
I don't think people really rubberneck like intentionally. Well, I mean, yeah.
It's illegal to rubberneck.
By rubbernecking, you mean slowing down at the same
Slowing
time?
down and looking at the accident.
I don't think that's...
Everybody does that.
It's illegal and it also causes other accidents.
Yeah, but you're only doing it because the people in front of you are going slower. They're only going slower because the people in front of them are going slower. It's a You ever like... You ever like on a... Yeah. It's like a slinky. You ever driving on a road and all of a sudden you hit like a slow patch? And
I have never driving on a road. I have driven on a road.
Have you ever
You're driving on the road right now.
I am driving, but I have never driving on a road.
Have you ever been driving on a road and you run into a slow patch and you're like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, like, the slow patch just ends and you start going again.
I know.
And you look behind you and the people behind you are like slowed down and it's like, what? It was like, it's like a space-time warp.
Alex, don't you remember my story about the 4-hour car ride? It was supposed to be to DC, but it turned into 9.5.
Yeah, but that's
Okay, so
stoplight aids.
But no, not even when like there were trees in the road and everything, dude. It was fucking.
man.
I thought we were gonna die.
So,
And I was running out of gas, and I needed gas really, really bad. Like my gas light was on, but all the gas stations were off because the power was out.
yeah.
what are people...
And then the little French bread children.
God damn it!
Okay.
And then
you, Andrew.
and then I found a bum and I hugged him and said,
Fuck you very much.
And I said, you smell like a croissant.
Next topic.
What do people expect to see when there's an accident? Are they looking for somebody they recognize? Oh man, I hate this guy. I hope this is this guy. I hope this is my boss. Yeah, I hope this is my boss.
Suck if it was my boss. My boss is
not
awesome.
my boss. Let's continue on because I'm not getting a 3-day weekend. Let's go
My
again.
boss. My boss is amazing.
Is that what they're looking for? They're like, oh man, that was my boss and it's Thursday. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Awesome.
Oh man, that's so bad. That's morbid. That's morbid.
Wouldn't you still have to go to work though, even if? Because I mean, there's got to be more than one boss.
Guess it depends on what kind of job you have. If you're a
Yeah.
landscaper, you probably wouldn't have anything to do.
If you work in like a small little thing, there's probably only one boss.
Dude, when
Your
I worked
boss
at
happens to be a
Subway,
pimp, then
when
that
I worked at
means-
Subway, if like one of the owners would have died, we still would have had to work.
Well, yeah, because he's an owner. It's not necessarily.
Well, no, he was the owner and our boss. Like it was
Right.
Subway. Like if he would have
Well,
died, we still would have had to
franchise.
go because his wife would have still been alive.
Yeah, the sun doesn't rise and set on the owner.
Well, they got to dictate their hours, which I always thought was ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, what did they?
We've only got one last topic for this week, and it's a small one.
Okay, let's on with the show. Let us on.
Yeah, we might run into cops, so we got to read it quick.
GoldenEye.
Quicker. Read it quicker.
Jesus, interrupting me all the freaking time.
I know.
GoldenEye
We love
is
you.
heading to the DS. As you may well know, someone is working, Nintendo is working, or a third-party company, I'm not sure which, is working on a exclusive game for the Wii that is a GoldenEye game where they're replacing Pierce Brosnan with Daniel Craig. You're familiar with it, right, Drew?
Yeah. Here's Brosnan sucks anyway.
And they announced that there is a GoldenEye game coming to the DS. They didn't give any details, but there were two theories. One, it's a DS port of the new Wii game. Two, it's a DS remake or port of the original.
Watch it be neither.
That wouldn't surprise me, honestly. But I wouldn't mind getting either one of those. The new game looks pretty sweet, and the original I played the crap out of going over to my friend's house when I was a kid. Because we'd always, every single day, my brother and I went over to my friend's house and we played a 3-player death match on that game.
Man, I mean, like, that was one of those games that, like, wasn't my thing at all, and I still played the crap out of that game.
We always argued over who got to be Odd Job. Because Odd Job was short.
Odd Job is the man.
Because he was short.
No, Odd Job. Hat. Ooh, Odd Job versus Indiana Jones. Hat Wars.
I think Indy would win. He's an archaeologist.
Yeah, Indy's the man.
Yeah, Indy's awesome.
He fought a pyramid. He survived a nuclear blast by diving inside a fridge and lived to fight a pyramid. He's like, yo, pyramid equal lake. Sucker.
He's like, fuck you, pyramid, and he punched him.
You know, my favorite thing about, well, actually, this applies to a lot of FPSs, but you know what I really loved about GoldenEye? The mines. I would stock up on those things.
There was like 3 or 4 different kinds of mines in that game, too.
I know.
There's like proximity and like trip and
just
like
run around in that temple thing and just toss mines everywhere.
But just think about it. It hurt my eyes so bad. I'm still surprised we didn't go blind during the 90s and like playing video games. It all looked like shit.
Yeah, it's like they had the 3D and they didn't have it, but they used it anyways.
Yeah, it just looked so bad.
Well, compared to today, but back then it didn't look that bad.
No, it did. It looked bad then. We knew it. We just wouldn't admit it.
We just looked past it. It was the equivalent. It was the video game equivalent, the graphical equivalent of deficit spending.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we're gonna have to make up for how bad these graphics are by putting even more technology into it in the next decade, just like as an apology. But dang it, we're gonna have. It's 1995, and we're gonna have 3D.
Check the time, would you?
Time is, it just rolled over, I think. We're about halfway through this side of the tape.
Cool. This game, the game itself looks like it might actually be pretty good. It looks like it's sticking more straight to the story, which makes me wonder if it's going to be significantly shorter than the original game was.
I don't remember much from the movie.
Movie sucked.
All I remember is that dam.
Movie was bad. Here's Brosnan.
Leader Heights, 1 mile. We are
Here's
1 mile
Brosnan.
from Leader Heights on
It's the
Route
worst
83
James
north.
Bond ever.
Yeah.
Roger Moore says hello.
I make the quiche. You know the reenacted with bunnies in 30 seconds videos? There was one that was like a montage of like a bunch of scenes from all the James Bond movies. And there's like this whole string of like little action sequences. And then right in the middle of it, they just threw in, I baked a quiche. It was funny, because quiche is a funny word. I can't stand
Did you ever read
quiche.
Bone?
Huh?
Did you ever read Bone?
Bone?
The comic?
I think I've read like snippets of it.
Well, there were these 2 rat creatures, which are like sort of like the minions.
Yeah.
Like minions of the bad person. They always, like the one always wanted to bake whatever they caught into a quiche. And the other one was like, you're an idiot, quiches are so weird. You were weird.
That's awesome.
He's like, and if you say quiche, I'll kill you. Like, it was really funny. They're like, he was like, we're monsters, we don't eat quiches.
It's like one of the Land Before Time movies, or like the 2 Allosauruses who...
Weren't there like 6 of those?
I think there was more than that. Like Final Fantasy now.
There's probably more of them still.
They're all straight to video now, of course.
Yeah, I remember seeing the first one in theaters.
First one was awesome. Second one was decent. Well, from the way I remember it.
Second one was straight to video, though.
Was it?
Yeah, just like
I
the
remember
second
it being
Aladdin.
bad, but I didn't know any
The
better
second
back then.
Aladdin was straight to video.
Really?
There were like 3 Aladdin movies though, weren't there?
Yeah, the
There's
second 2 were
Revenge of
straight to video.
Jafar, and then Return of the Genie. I mean, wait, no, that's not it.
No, that's exactly it.
Well, no, one of them was the 40 Thieves.
That was the third one.
Yeah.
When they finally got married.
I don't know if I ever saw the third one, but I did see the first 2.
Yeah, so did I.
First one's the only one that mattered.
Quiche. Yeah, you ever read it? Speaking of like kooky comics, you ever read a comic called Bear?
Yeah,
Who does that? Because I've been looking for that ever since I first found it.
I don't know.
It's like there's this kid, and it's like Tommy the Homicidal Maniac kind of art style, but not quite. And he has this teddy bear, and like, he talks to it, and it's like a really demented Calvin and Hobbes. And like they're all like dry. It's all like dry humor, and they have this crazy cat named Lushkin who like goes around and like eviscerates things. And he's like, "No, Lushkin, you're wrong." And he's like, "Yeah, but in my mind, I'm right." so I win. That was funny. It's funny crap. There's
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's this one like strip where like they're running around looking for Bear's ear because Lushkin cut it off with a an electric turkey slicer, and then all of a sudden there's a crack in their
Was
living
you
room.
listening to Stuck in the Middle with You at the time?
No, the strip begins after.
He should have been.
Yeah, the strip begins after this happened. It's freaking funny. I think it's like English, an English.
No, you know who was sweet?
Who?
Zot.
Zot?
Zot. Z-O-T. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I've heard of it. I think Zot is like a Russian word for gypsy.
I don't know,
I might
but
be wrong about that.
it was one of the best comics I've ever read.
What was it about? I think you explained it to me once
It's
before.
about this like kid from the future who like was a pseudo superhero, but not really where he was
One
from.
of those.
He wasn't really a superhero where he was from because everybody was like, you know, it was different. It was like the future. And
That sounds like
and he had
Superman.
like all these things that like helped him out, and like he came to Earth and he had this girl he loved on Earth. And,
It's like Superman, except
except it dealt with real issues and it wasn't like silly goofy stuff. You know, like
Superman's real name is Kal-El.
like it had silly goofy stuff in it, but then it had serious issues. Like one of the characters was gay, and it dealt with the stigma that they faced. And then one of them was like somebody, you know, like they was talking about sex and whether or not they were gonna have sex and like things like that. It was like a practical thing for a teenager to read,
wow.
as opposed to like sugar-coated stuff they read nowadays.
Yeah. But you can fuse the two together seamlessly. And that needs to be done more often. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I know.
Like take like gritty and like realistic with like down to earth everyday situations with like over the top sugary like ridiculousness. And just roll it all into one. Kinda like Kick-Ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of like Kick-Ass.
Yeah. The movie ruled.
But still, the thing I have wrong with Kick-Ass is that he still, you know, got the girl and survived. That would never happen.
True.
He would never get the girl, and two, he would, you know, it's wrong to pretend to be gay.
Oh yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's totally something that an awkward kid would probably do.
It is something an awkward kid would do to try to be close to girls, but really, do you think the girl's gonna be like, awesome, you're not gay, we can do it now? I think she's gonna be really pissed you took advantage of her and never talk to you again.
Yeah,
Remember
probably.
the episode of King of the Hill where Bill was pretending to be gay to be near women?
Right?
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
That's disturbing.
I just know people like that in real life, and it's upsetting.
Yeah, I think Jason Charlie pretended to be bi once, like when he was in grade school. Not grade, high school.
Just how depressing is it, though, that...
You know, Paul pretended to be gay.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, our friend Chef
For
Paul
like 3 months.
wasn't he in, like, culinary school? No, he was working at the time. There's this one place that he
Yeah.
worked at.
And you knew it was going to be like internship or whatever he was going to be. Wasn't going to be there for very long for whatever reason. So he pretended to be gay for the entire 3 or 4 months that he was working there.
Protects brass balls. We're driving through York, Pennsylvania right now. This town
It sucks. Look how shitty it is.
Yeah.
They can't see the shittiness, you know that,
I was
right?
talking to
Look
Alex.
it up. Yeah, they can go on like Google Maps and be like, that town sucks. Look at
Yes,
those roads.
Google Maps, York, PA.
Queen
And then
Street.
you'll see it and be like, this town blow.
There's one town worse than York.
Fleetwood.
Lewisberry.
Lewisberry.
Lewisberry is literally, like, Lewisberry proper, like the real town,
Yeah.
is literally a street. One street. The
Sounds
post
like-
office and the library are on it.
Sounds like
went to-
Manitou.
If you ever... Manitou, tell them about the juvie hall in Manitou.
Yes. Okay. So
This is
my
funny.
grandparents lived most of their life, and my mom lived her entire childhood in a small ass town called Manitou.
Oklahoma.
They lived in a house that my great grandfather built. You didn't even know that, did you? The house my uncle lives in, my great grandfather built that.
That place is awesome. Wasn't that like an inn or something during the Great Depression?
What?
Wasn't that like a hotel, like an inn at one point?
I don't know. I just know my great grandfather built that place, and it was awesome. And there's like 2 ponds out there It was like public swimming at one point.
It's awesome.
Anyway, there used to be like restaurant. There used to be a couple restaurants there, and there was a school there. And there was a couple churches. There's one church now, and they rarely ever open it. There used to be a jail there, and the jail cell is still there, and there's nothing else left of the jail. The school building is still there, and it got converted into a juvenile prison, basically.
It's funny, our schools all look like prisons anyway, so...
This school that my mom went to when she was a kid got turned into a juvie, and that doubled the population of Manitou. That's how small this town is.
Well, that's like Indiana. When the kids go home from school, in Indiana, PA,
Yeah.
there's only a third of the population left.
Wow. Yeah, but that's a school.
That's still really ridiculous. A third of the population is left. That means that 2/3 of the population of that town is like transient.
That means that those businesses gotta suffer around there during the summer.
Well, they don't suffer because they make so much money during the school year.
True.
It's like my uncle and my other uncle own far and away the two best houses there, and that's because they put a lot of work into keeping them up.
Yeah, it's true. I was like, this place is a dump. Wait, that house is awesome. Oh, good, that's where we're staying.
It's got a porch that wraps around half the house.
Yeah.
It's so badass.
It's such a cool
Yeah,
house.
but if it's like a Victorian or like anything like that, I wouldn't like it. I don't like the old looking houses.
No,
I
it's
want
not-
the modern, like sharp angles, like
It's kind of neither.
like Frank Lloyd Wright. That kind of stuff. That's what I want.
It's like Frank Lloyd Wright if he used more like raw, like bare lumber.
No way.
No, okay, well it's not that nice.
I want
it's a
concrete.
Nice place, though.
I want concrete and glass. That's what I want.
Concrete and glass is cool, but this place was it was cozy without being like overwhelming.
I have spent a whole lot of time at that house.
It's a nice place.
It looks quite a bit different now than it used to. And it is a very nice place.
I'm not saying it's not. I've always wanted like a modern house.
Speaking of Manitou, the worst town I have ever been to, and this is my little game face rant here because I have to be heard because I have the coolest stories in the universe. No, not really. But I hope that you're never get in trouble with the law in the Kutztown area in Pennsylvania because you will have to go to the courthouse in Fleetwood, which is 5 miles south.
Fleetwood is pretty terrible. I've been
Fleetwood
there.
sucks so hardcore. The whole thing is like a left turn or a right turn. You go down this one main road, you go across a freaking field, all of a sudden you're in this town and you make a right turn onto the main road and drive like 5 more blocks and you're out of it. I went there to drop my friend off at the courthouse, and this was in like February when it's like 25 degrees in Kutztown. I go to Fleetwood and it's like 15 for some reason. 5 miles south and it's like freaking somewhere Alaska. And like the only thing that town has going for it, the streets suck, the weather suck. The only thing that redeems that town is this pizza place that has some of the best chili I have ever tasted.
Okay, let me tell you how deep in the middle of nowhere Manitou, Oklahoma.
It's pretty
really
nowhere.
is. It is. It's a 15-minute drive going highway speeds to the nearest town.
So it's 15 miles.
And the nearest town is called
It's a 45-minute drive going highway speeds
45 miles.
to the nearest town with a Walmart.
So
That's how in the middle of
I
nowhere
bet your
this
uncle
place
goes
is.
shopping like once a month.
I
Your
don't know
uncle's
how
cool.
often he goes shopping. My uncle's fucking cool, though.
I'm trying to think of who he reminds me of.
He built that debt because he's awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who your uncle... He reminds me of like someone from a movie, and I can't think of who.
Check time again, because we need to wrap this up pretty soon.
Sunday.
It's not
the best
Sunday
you
yet.
can, dude?
There's some numbers next to it, but they could be anything. Another reference. 282. Remember, I still did not reset the timer. Turn that back on so I can see the position on the tape.
Yeah, we do need to wrap this up though, so.
Yeah, now.
We're almost out of tape here.
Go.
Okay, so
We got
this has
like 5
been
minutes.
another edition of Press the Action Button. Probably a fairly long one. Most of it done in the car, some of it done live on location at the Baltimore Convention Center or just outside of it. This has been, I am Joystick. With me was Game Face.
JRPG Face, signing out. Have yourselves a super productive week in your society.
And with me also was Dr. Drew. Say goodbye, Dr. Drew.
Farewell.
Peace.
Godspeed.
Fingus.
All right. Au revoir.
ハイテク特殊部隊フォックスハウンド。かつて君が所属し私が指揮を執ったこともある特殊部隊だ。まだ存在していたとはな。今回のテロには6人のフォックスハウンド隊員が参画している。サイキック能力を持つサイコマンティス、天才女狙撃手スナイパーウルフ、変装の達人デコイノクトレス、巨漢のシャーマンバルカンレイン、拳銃の名手だけでなく拷問のスペシャリストとしても知られるリボルバー・オセロット、そして彼らを率いるのがフォックスハウンドの実戦部隊リーダーリキッド・スネークだ。リキッド・スネーク、君と同じ暗号名を持つ男。
こちらスネーク、地上の廃棄所前に到着した。
予定通りだな。ブランクがあるとは思えん。
VR 訓練のおかげだ。こちらスネーク、大佐、聞こえるか？
良好だスネーク。状況はどうだ？
やはり地上へのルートは中央の昇降機だけらしい。
そうか。予定通り昇降機を使って地上へ出るしかないか。くれぐれも見つからんようにな。何かあれば無線連絡を。周波数は 140.85 だ。